Come on, Rick. Saturday night again in Bangkok. It's almost there, and yet again, you might be sipping on a scissor, but I'm gonna be one more time. I shouldn't have been on some scissor. So let's do it. We've got the Midori portable multi-scissors, and I'm excited about these for a few reasons. So let's get into them. While we're getting into them, let's start with a little bit of price discussion. These were 500 Thai baht, which is the equivalent to 125 RMB, 15 US or 20 Canadian. A few things excited me about these. For those of you who are subscribers, you will know that I love when the scissors get to wear a hat, and these do. It's got these little vent holes, which we'll see in the zoom soon, so it kind of lets any moisture, air out, etc. But I thought these were cute. They're small. They're a step down, I would assume, in quality from the PH55 engineers we did last week, but I really thought these would make kind of an excellent second pair of scissors. So, what else is interesting about them? They've got a Japanese sort of style motif, made in China, stainless steel. We've got wire cutters in the back. We have this unique feature, which I'll zoom soon. It's got serration, so you can actually do a box cutter kind of saw movement with the top. And then when you look at the scissor themselves, we have this cool kind of sweeping Japanese style blade, or it might remind you from grade school of those paper cutters or that you see in the library. Let's zoom it in and take a look. There it is. So the first instinct I had when I kind of took these out of the box just now, to be honest, was cute. They're small. They're a pinch smaller than I thought. So part of the design kind of idea is that you're able to get ideally 2 fingers in here, and in theory to even get like an extra hand grip, they say, for harder cuts. I don't know I'd be using these for something so intense. Definitely when I pick these up, I don't know the exact way of describing it. You don't have the same feeling of quality that you might get off the engineers I did last week that we reviewed. But these certainly are not garbage. They do feel nice. So we're looking at 31.6 grams, just over an ounce. With the gloves on, it's going to be a bit tricky, I think, for me to actually get both fingers in to use these. With the glove off, I can make it happen. Definitely. So I think the main kind of cool features to discuss would be this swooping curved blade, which I believe they do attribute as a Japanese style or influence. I think you can see here we've got the wire cutters in the back, and again we've got this kind of gnawing set of teeth at the front that we can use to get into boxes. I'm excited to do a couple snip tests, and it is Saturday night, so let's get snipping on some scissor in the kitchen. Come on! Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to try again and point to it right there, I think, on your screen, and if not, I'll put a link in the description. So as a starting point, I wanted you to see the difference in size between last week's scissors and these. These were the engineers from last week. Obviously, we're talking about a different size, different dynamic. We are going to introduce a new element, though, into the stress test today. I don't think we're going to put these guys to work as heavy as we did with the engineers last week, but what I'm really interested in is this serrated box opener. And you say, hey, David, Salvatore Ferragamo, what was in this box? I have no idea, a wallet maybe or something, but it's like, you save these boxes, you never do anything with it, and now it's here. This has got some rugged sturdiness to it. Can these scissors really kind of get in there? Yeah, it'll do it. It's not beautiful, but they will saw their way in. I think for day-to-day, you're really looking to use this kind of jagged edge, more so for Amazon, working around the tape. not for heavy duty, which is probably not a big surprise. Then what about paper? You can see intuitively I'm going one finger outside, right? So I have fat fingers, which explains why, but okay, it cuts paper. Woo! That shouldn't be a huge surprise. Now, let's get back to some of our friends from last week. We have Mr. Q-Tip, right? And let's get a... Okay. Yeah, these guys are small, and I mean, it's a different class than what we reviewed last week, but these little guys can go to work. Not bad at all. Before we get there, I wanted to introduce a new component. These are very thin, but they're these sort of wooden utensils. Okay. We got through. If you're doing the corners, for sure. If you want to go the full width, and again, this is where you kind of can leverage the outside of the scissors. Yeah, these guys got some punch to them. So you remember from last time, right? Our favorite Head & Shoulders bottle. We're running out of action on this side, but let's see how we do on the plastic. Yeah, we need 2 hands. It's a no-go. So I think you can do it, but on the real stress test, I mean, these are teeny scissors, right? We're not really looking to put them through that kind of work. They can do it, but you've got to put the muscle in. And again, if you're on a desert island and these little scissors are what you brought with you, I can definitely see these won a 2017 Good Design Award, I think it's called. And I think part of the premise is having this 2-finger action mined out of the gutter and the ability to use a second hand to clamp down. And with that grip, you can get into stuff and do some cutting with these babies. And you can see we've got action. Overall, I'm going to say I prefer the Engineers from last week, but these are a lot smaller, a fair bit cheaper. I think you can get these for even less than what I paid. And for a set of drawer scissors, I'm pretty impressed. We're going to do a few more tests still of some more scissor in the coming weeks. But let's get the cloth test here and see. And we're getting some decent little clips off of this towel. Very last test, because this cannot be the most exciting thing ever. We're going to go double fold. You know what? Come on. These little guys, under 15 bucks, they're adorable. They got the hat. I'm going to call this a win. Get it on!